afternoon, a maternity unit has failed to meet safe staffing levels for 4 years, and significant patient safety concerns have been found. Earlier this week, maternity and neonatal care at Swansea Bay were placed under enhanced monitoring by the Welsh Government. Today, a report gives an insight into some of the issues that led to that decision. It reveals insufficient measures to prevent baby abductions and a theatre space unfit for purpose. The Health Board says improvements have since been made. Our health correspondent Jenny Rees reports.
Leiha Shaw's first cuddle with her son, 5 days after his birth. After a difficult labour, Orson needed specialist care for the first few weeks of his life. A trauma that's still hard to talk about, despite him now being a healthy, happy 5-year-old.
It does have a happy ending, and I'm so blessed and so lucky, because there's families that don't, but we still went through the toughest thing I've ever endured in my life. On the 13th day, they decided that it was time to take him off the ventilator and to see if he would breathe, and he did, and they didn't think that was going to happen. Uzziah was the best surprise ever. I never actually wanted to birth another child because I was so traumatised. I knew I wanted to grow my family, but not to go through what I went through previously. The whole pregnancy was consumed with anxiety.
She said for both her sons' births, her youngest Uzziah has just turned 1, she was very aware staff were stretched at Singleton Hospital.
My midwife on Uzziah, I went in at 6:30 in the morning, and she left my side at 11 o'clock in the evening and was back in at 7 o'clock in the next morning. How can they sustain that lifestyle?
And staff shortages were a key issue within today's report from Healthcare Inspectorate Wales into the maternity unit at Singleton Hospital. Safe staffing levels haven't been met since 2019, leaving the workforce feeling stretched, exhausted and worried about patient safety. While mums on the ward were generally understanding, it meant for some pain relief wasn't timely, but there were also insufficient measures to prevent baby abductions.
Not all the issues that we identified in inspection related to staff. There was issues with leadership, lots of interim arrangements. There was issues around medical handover arrangements, security of babies, infection control, medicines management. So all these things tally up. However, clearly staff is an intrinsically an important part of making sure a service can operate.
The report is important context for a decision taken earlier this week by the Health Minister to place the unit into enhanced monitoring. The Health Board went one step further. As well as taking on more than 30 extra staff to address the shortages, they've commissioned an independent review of maternity services. Swansea Bay say the Inspectorate has been assured by the improvement plan that's been drawn up and insist improvements have been made since inspectors were there in September.
Jenny Rees with that report.